Hi Stampers! Today we're going to make the secret message card, and I did a video on this type of card a long time ago, but we're going to make it into a full-size card today. But this is how it works. When you open it up, you have the inside like this, and then when you tilt the card to close, and then you peel these center layer back, you got another message. And then you can just pull it and reset it. Okay, so let's get started on the measurements here. Okay, so the chocolate chip cardstock is cut at 4 1/4 by 11. And then the layers for your card, the Whisper White layer is cut at 3 by 3 1/2. And I went ahead and stamped the image. And this is from the King of the Grill stamp set. Looks like that. Very cute. And then this is going to layer on top of the chocolate chip, and that measures 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. And then you'll need some panels for the front of the card, and I'm using the Travel Journal designer paper and the Summer Mini, and these are cut at 2 1/2 by 4, and you're going to need 2 of those. And then for the inside panels, I'm using the Whisper White, and these are cut at 2 1/2 by 4 1/4. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. You're going to score your chocolate chip cardstock at 5 1/2, and then on this end you're going to score it at 2 3/4, and then on this end you're going to score it at 2 3/4. And then you're just going to fold it in half to make your half of your card, and then you're just going to fold the other panels back on themselves like this. So it should be a little small card, but then when you open it, it's going to make a full-size card. Okay, so then when you're getting started to make the inside of your card, set your card up with the mountain fold with the peak going up. So it should look like this, with this center part facing upward with the peak. And then grab some scissors, and you're going to just grab the center of your card, and then you're going to cut 3 slits all the way up to that score line. So I'm going to cut one in the center, and then I'm just going to cut the other 2 on the opposite side of that center cut. Like that. So this is what your card should look like after you cut your slits. Okay, so then open your card, and then take your Whisper White panels to weave the first section of the card when it's opened. I'm weaving it under, over, and under. Like that. And then your second panel, you're going to do the opposite. So you're going to go over and under, and then over. So it's totally the opposite of the first one that you did. So it should look like this. Okay, so then we'll go ahead and stamp our greetings on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and use all 3 of the sayings that are in the stamp set called King of the Grill. And the first image I'm going to stamp says King of the Grill. Stamp every other panel there. And then on the other side of my block I have another greeting. It says, "It's a beautiful thing." Cute as that. Okay, and I'm just going to stamp on the opposite side the ones that I didn't stamp already. So it looks like this. Okay, so then you're going to close your card, and then you're going to look for the little part where you're going to be able to separate this, and it's once you do it, you'll see it, and then open it up, and then I'm going to stamp the Happy Father's Day on those panels. And then I'm going to leave the last one blank so I can sign it. And then open your card to reactivate the secret message. And then on the front, go ahead and add your designer paper. Okay. And then go ahead and layer your Whisper White onto your chocolate chip. I have the markers that I used on this front of the card on my blog, so if you want to visit that, I have them listed on there. And then on one of your sides, I'm just applying the adhesive, and then I'm just going to center that on the top of the card like that. And then for my finished card, I just went ahead and used the matte pack and the paper piercing tool, and I just punctured the side and then added the 2 silver brads. But that's it. Isn't that cute? So then you open it, and then to reveal the secret message is inside right there. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you later. Bye!